Hey everyone, it's Riley here. So I want to do a video for you guys. It won't be too long. I just kind of want to talk to you guys about my phalloplasty. Do I have any updates? And if so, like where am I going from here? So as most of you know, I did an update in or around I think it was like October. I can't remember, but anyways, I know that's when I got my last letter from the Alberta Health stating that I was denied, and then I had to reapply in January, and I finally got another letter back, and actually I just got it this week. So I got another letter, and it basically states that I am now approved for phalloplasty through the Alberta Health. So yeah, I'm so stoked. It doesn't even seem real that I'm holding this. Like it just still seems like a dream. But it's one step forward, and I still have a long way to go. But I just know it's just like that. Like now that I can kind of start focusing on my next steps and where to go from here. So speaking of my next steps, for me, the next steps will be including electrolysis, a consultation, and just going to like continue to do my electrolysis basically until all the hair on what like my donor site, depending on where that is taken and done, and then from there is basically stage one surgery, and I will be having I'm pretty much sure I will be having a total of three, and that's not including any complications, which I'm really hoping are very going to be very minimal, but I know with these types of surgeries that there is complication risk. And I'm very aware of kind of like, what could happen. But, I've seen people who have come out and had very, very low to minimal or no complications at all, and then people who have had quite a lot and high risk complications. So I think it's just depending on your body, how the surgery went, and just kind of a variety of things. I feel like people kind of misjudge the surgery itself. Yes, it's high risk, but I think it's depending on a lot of factors, and any surgery that happens. I had a hysterectomy and I had complications from that, and that is now one of the most common surgeries that very very low risk, but mine ended up just being kind of a shitty experience, and having some complications. So yeah, it just honestly just varies from person to person, and experience to experience. So speaking about electrolysis though, right now I haven't started anything. I kind of want to wait till my consultation date. I would prefer not to, but I'm kind of waiting because I'm not sure what I need electrolysis on, only for the fact that I've heard, I'm going personally to the Montreal clinic. I would prefer if I could go to Crane. I love his work. I've heard good things, but also, when it comes to the Montreal clinic, I've heard amazing things as well. The only downside is that, as far as I'm aware, they have not done very many, or often have done ALT. Though I do know people who have gone to Montreal and either have gotten it done or are getting it done through Montreal Clinic. So I kind of want to wait, because that is something I would prefer, is to have the ALT surgery, which would be taking a graft from your leg. But most commonly is what I hear is that you will get it RFF, which is from your forearm. And just for me, like, there's a few reasons. One, I'm quite like a small guy. I'm not very big by any means. I'm pretty average. Like, I think I'm more on the smaller side for my height, my age. So just for me, for those reasons, I feel like ALT would put me as a good candidate, and it's just personal reasons as well. Just I really didn't want an arm scar. And when I started this process was back when I lived in Ontario, when Ontario actually covers other surgeons outside of province. So I was going forward hoping to get ALT, and now when I moved here, I had to start the process over again, and found out that it's only through Montreal Clinic, which at the time I knew that they only offered RFF. So it's just one of those. I'm not sure on what they will offer, and I'm not sure on like whether I would be a good candidate. So I'm just kind of waiting until my consultation day, or until I talk to someone in the clinic about surgery and what I can or cannot get, and then we'll start electrolysis from there. So basically, I know my consultation date will probably be within the next 2 to 3 months. I don't have a date yet, and I'm not sure. I'm just basically waiting till they call me back, or until like, I can get a hold of them, because my paperwork and my approval doesn't really start till May 1st of this year. So once that's approved and at the actual clinic, then I will go forward and get my consultation. So then after that will be electrolysis, and then I'm not too sure on the like wait time either for surgery. Once I know more about this, I will be doing a video for you guys. But as far as I'm aware, it's around at least a 9 month wait, somewhere upwards of about a year and a half. And like this is just a kind of depending on, I know the person, sometimes like their family doctors, go out of town or whatever, or maybe their workplace, like they can't get the proper time off and they have to push it back. Like I just know there's like other things other than just the clinic itself. But I also do know like the wait list is a little bit lengthy. But yeah, so I'm just not sure on like the timeline. But once I said like I know more, I will tell you guys. But yeah, I basically, it's things are starting to finally come together, and it's starting to starting slowly to feel real, and it's just, I don't know, there's just no words. Like, I'm just happy to finally be here, to finally have things starting to pan out, and starting to get the surgery underway, because it's like I was so close before I applied in KMH when I lived in Ontario. I waited 2 years. I got a call, and when I got a call, it was June of 2017, 18. 17, I think. Anyways, and then I moved at like that September. So it was like I got a call in July, and then September I was moving. So like the 2 year wait for me, it just kind of didn't really matter. And then like I just didn't want to stay in Ontario, and I've done videos about this because of like the environment that I was in at the time. So for me, moving was fine. It just sucked that I had to restart this whole process. So it was basically now like a 3 to 4 year process of waiting, doctors, restarting the process, and now finally here. So it just doesn't feel like that, like real yet. It just doesn't feel like it's happening. But once I know I get there, once I start my electrolysis, once I start doing more videos about this, and kind of where things are and what's happening, and all those things, I'm like, that's, I think, when it will kind of sink in. And as I just mentioned, I actually do really want to do more videos about this once I have the right information, once I know more about kind of like, what's going on, and, how long the wait is and stuff like that. Like, I kind of want to just even like video, during my electrolysis sessions, kind of like what it is, like, just because I don't really see a lot of stuff around that. Like, I know people who went through electrolysis, and I think I've seen only one video, possibly two, when it comes to like, basically the whole process of it. So I kind of just wanted to document that for me, but also like for others as well, because it just, there is some information out there when it comes to, surgery and phalloplasty, but I feel like there's still pieces missing. So I just want to be able to put out as much information that way in the future, if someone is looking at this and is wanting more information, that hopefully these videos will help. But I think that's basically all I really wanted to talk about with you guys. I want to do more videos, hopefully in the future, and I mentioned I want to do one with my partner, so we're hoping to collaborate on something quite soon, because, we've been, like I said, pretty busy, so we want to just, talk about the relationship, whether maybe she knew if I was trans or not prior, how that has been on her side, and just maybe just talk about the relationship itself and answer any questions you guys have regarding that. But that is all for now. I love you guys, and I will be posting again soon. Bye for now.